Hello, welcome to Thái Nguyên News. I'm Đặng Hương. Now the headlines. The Deputy Secretary of Thái Nguyên Provincial Party Committee met and worked with the Thái Nguyên radio and television station. Thái Nguyên exchanges experiences in building new rural areas with Quảng Ninh and Hưng Yên provinces. Thái houses on Stills Ecotourism Reserve, an attractive destination. On the morning of May the 5th, Deputy Secretary of Thái Nguyên Provincial Party Committee Trần Quốc Tỏ made a working visit to Thái Nguyên radio and television station.
At the meeting, Director of Thái Nguyên Radio and Television Station, Mr. Phan Hữu Minh, briefed him on recent key activities of the station. Currently, Thái Nguyên Radio and Television Station, with a staff of 220, produces over 50,000 pieces of news and reports per year, and it is maintaining good communication on four media types such as the radio, television, online newspaper, and radio and television magazine. Simultaneously, the station has broadcast 80 television programs and 33 radio ones. Moreover, Thái Nguyên Radio and Television Station has had its TN1 channel signaled through Vinasat-1 satellite and is striving to bring its TN2 channel into the satellite coverage. However, the station is facing certain difficulties in terms of equipment and royalties. Nonetheless, the Deputy Secretary highly appreciated the achievements that Thái Nguyên Radio and Television Station staff have obtained in recent years. He also noted some suggestions and recommendations from the station and visited some program production sites of the station. Prior to that, the Deputy Secretary had met with reporters and editors and encouraged the whole staff to continue working efforts to complete the task assigned by the party and people.
In order to exchange experiences in building new rural areas, recently a delegation led by Mr. Đặng Viết Thuần, Vice Chairman of the Thái Nguyên Provincial People's Committee, had an exchange visit to Quảng Ninh and Hưng Yên provinces. During the 3 years of implementing the program of building new rural areas, Hưng Yên province published more than 3,000 sets of guiding documents, organized nearly 4,000 training and propagandizing activities. To date, Hưng Yên province has invested about 150 billion Vietnam dongs to carry out projects to develop agricultural production. In Quảng Ninh province, all of its communes have made detailed plans to build new rural areas since 2011. Moreover, it is the first province in the nation to implement the model of a typical product for each commune. This model created jobs, increased the income of residents, and proved the strong points of each locality, and eventually contributed to the development of urban agriculture in the province. Quảng Ninh is now striving to finish the program of building new rural areas by 2015 with 82 of 125 communes and working doubly hard for 10 of 13 districts to satisfy the criteria. Truly, Hưng Yên and Quảng Ninh provinces have many experiences in building new rural areas, especially on mobilizing public agreement, apportioning the capital, transferring plant structure, supporting processing and consuming products, and a lot more. These experiences are valuable for Thái Nguyên province to study and apply in real situations. Recently, in Ký Phú Commune Đại District, the Thái Nguyên Provincial People's Committee, in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, launched the National Pure Water and Rural Clean Environment Week 2014.
Last year, implementing the national strategy of pure water and rural clean environment ratified by the Prime Minister, Thái Nguyên Province announced a series of policies to mobilize capital and human force to carry out projects to supply pure water and toilets and breeding facilities to ensure environmental hygiene. To date, 80% of households in Thái Nguyên rural areas are supplied with running water, more than 60% of households have hygienic toilets and breeding facilities, and over 95% of schools were supported with pure water works. The Pure Water and Rural Clean Environment Week is launched for the purposes of profoundly propagandizing the importance of pure water and clean environment to raise the awareness and responsibility of each individual in protecting the environment and its water resources nationwide.
On May the 5th, Thái Nguyên Provincial Youth Union collaborated with the Provincial Former Youth Volunteer Association to visit and offer gifts to the former youth volunteers in the Điện Biên Phủ campaign who are now living in Thái Nguyên City. During the Điện Biên Phủ campaign, responding to the call of All for the Front of the Communist Party and alcohol, a number of Thái Nguyên young people voluntarily registered to join the resistance war and devoted their lives to bring about the great victory which was admired all over the world. In order to show the moral philosophy of when you eat a fruit, think of the man who planted the tree, the delegation of the Youth Union and former Youth Volunteer Association visited, consoled and offered gifts to Nguyễn Thanh Tuân in Giò Chè Hamlet, Cao Ngạn Commune, Nguyễn Thị Thu in Đông Hamlet, Đồng Bẩm Commune, and Nguyễn Văn Lam in Chè Hamlet, Phúc Chiều Commune, Thái Nguyên City. They are typical youth volunteers of Thái Nguyên City who took part in the Điện Biên Phủ campaign. The delegation encouraged the three former volunteers and their families to have faith and work hard to overcome difficulties in their daily lives, contributing to the development of Thái Nguyên City and Vietnam. Eco-adventure tourism to learn the local culture of each specific region is becoming a new trend. Located in a 20-hectare area at Thịnh Đức Commune, which is 10 kilometers from Thái Nguyên City, Thái Hải Houses on Stilts Reserve is a fascinating destination for visitors to the commune with natural environment and explore the value of traditional identities of the Việt Bắc safe zone.
Separated from the urban busy life, Thái Hải Housing on Stilts Ecotourism Reserve gives visitors a chance to enjoy fresh green national environment and return to the national culture. What is unique here is that the reserve consists of 30 original housing on stilts of ethnic minority groups of the Thái and Nung derived from the Septi John in Định Hóa district, which are at least 500 years old. They were built in a 70-hectare green space. Moreover, this reserve sees intact cultural characteristics of ethnic minority groups of the Thái and Nung in the Sep John area. My idea is originally to retain the culture of Thai group and things people have lost over the passing of time. Visitors to the reserves are not only immersed into the fresh and green nature, but also experience and participate in the program of cultural events in holidays, especially New Year. Moreover, the tourists can enjoy the culinary arts with traditional food of the people in the mountainous area of Việt Bắc. The scene here is truly a reserve of forests and houses, particularly ancient houses storing objects of ancient people and the typically traditional food. Having lived in Vietnam for nearly 1 year, Galami, a French student studying Vietnamese culture, has chosen this reserve to experience daily fracture works. For him, this is the most meaningful time and also the best opportunity to have more knowledge of the local culture.
Experience in Thái.
Despite the short time I lived in Thái Nguyên, Vietnam, I had interesting experience and cultural knowledge of Thái and Nung groups. These are unique cultural features which can only be found in Việt Bắc region. For me, this is an interesting experience since we could experience the uniqueness right in Thái Hải Reserve. Thái Hải Traditional House on Stilts Reserve is not only an attractive choice for travelers with resort and picnic demands to experience life and cuisine, but also a place to explore traditional beauty and typical values of the Sep John people, which are preserved here in the reserve.
That concludes our program today. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye for now and see you next time.